If clothing is highlighted to you in your dream, that means that symbol is a critical key to unlock the rest of the dream. I had one dream in 2023 that was so short, yet so punchy and powerful that it changed the trajectory of the next 2.5 years of my life. Clothing most often represents your identity, and I'm going to talk specifically today about a shirt. What you focus on about the clothing is going to cue you into what the dream is trying to convey. For instance, if your clothing is clean, that can be clarity, or opposite of that, if your clothing is dirty, that can actually be a stressor in your life. If it's new clothing, if you remember the dream I gave you a long time ago, we were focusing on the bathroom, but I had new clothing in there that was mine. That is a new identity or a new role. Or again, as the opposite of that, if it's old clothing, it can be an old identity or something from your past. Clothing can also represent just how we're feeling about where we are in life. The color of the clothing, if it stands out, can also affect the emotional tone of what's being conveyed. For instance, bright could represent confidence or dark could represent protection. Now, if the color is neutral or you don't remember it, then it might not matter to the overall meaning of the dream. The color of the clothing can often be its own symbol. So if you recognize the color, or I'm going to tell you about why I'm wearing this shirt in particular for the dream I'm going to cover today, pay attention when the details about the clothing are focused on in the dream. Before we break down my personal dream today about clothing, I want to talk to those that are new here. My name is Nicole, and I am a firm believer that your dreams at night are helping to decode your future. I am passionate about helping people learn the symbols in their dreams so they can begin to decipher what's being told to them in their nightlife. If this is a conversation that you like, please hit the like button and subscribe. That way the algorithms know that people like you like content like this, and it'll let you know when new videos come out. This personal dream that I'm sharing today is from October 19th of 2023, and it is short, but it is powerful. Michael Knowles compliments my shirt. I think we are in a car, but there is no indication of seat placement highlighted in the dream. I look down and it's a blouse with dark floral print on the center and color flowy partial shoulder sleeves. I took this in and thanked him. Michael Knowles has his forearm around my shoulder in a comfortable, good, friendly kind of way. That's the whole dream. Now, there's several symbols in here. Last week we talked about someone famous. So what does Michael Knowles represent in the dream? Well, I now know, did not know then, but I now know he represents podcasting, because that's where I headed into eventually, is these podcasts to show you how to interpret your dreams, because Michael Knowles is a famous podcaster. That is what he does every single day. Next, this is a key timing thing. I had this dream when I was trying to decide between an opportunity to promote with Publix and an opportunity to be recruited back with Walmart. Here is the key difference. I focused in on what the shirt looked like. Now, I specifically say it was a dark blouse with dark floral in the center and a flowy partial shoulder sleeve. What do you see me wearing today? And you've probably seen this in many other episodes of mine. This is a shirt I did not have in 2023, nor was I thinking about this dream when I purchased it. But if you look, I purchased this in order to have different shirts to wear when I do these content videos. And look, it is a dark shirt with floral print and a partial sleeve. That's pretty freaking cool. Why this matters is that the shirt at that time represented help in deciding which way to go, Publix or Walmart. And here's why. At Publix, for their leadership, they have a very specific culture on what you wear. And they have very specific guidelines on coloring, and is it a button-up shirt, and is it tucked in? And they're very proper on their management in the way they dress. And I love it. It's wonderful. Now, with Walmart, they're a little more relaxed. The culture is a little different from Publix. So there, it had a free style. You could pretty much wear what was comfortable for you in that leadership role. So the dream was showing that I am wearing a shirt that did meet the clothing guidelines for management at Walmart and did not meet the clothing guidelines for management at Publix. So it helped me decide which way I should go. And I did end up going to Walmart. Now, why does this lead to podcasting? There's several different ways. First, I want to point to the end of this dream. Michael Knowles has his forearm around my shoulder in a comfortable, good, friendly way. It showed that first he complimented the shirt and then he put his arm around me. This is like inclusion, acceptance. It was identifying this is the right way to go for your future. And although I didn't have a full understanding of my future, at this point I had had enough dreams that I was pretty sure that podcasting was going to be in my future. I didn't know it was going to be about dreams. I didn't know how I would do it. At that point in my life, it seemed literally like an impossibility. But I had had enough dreams pointing to podcasting that this made sense. And I remember talking to my best friend about it. I was like, look, I gave her the dream. We were ruminating on it, kind of working it out together. And I was like, it's clear that this dream is showing that in order to get to my destiny, in order to get what I've seen in my other dreams, to head towards this podcasting in whatever way that's going to come, I go through Walmart. That is powerful. All of that came down to a shirt and what that shirt looked like in the dream. The clothing in this dream literally represented a role shift in my life from one company to another company, and it was the right decision on more than one level. So let me explain this. First, it was it was the it was the intense cleansing that I needed. I've explained that in past episodes. My whirlwind doorway explained that Walmart had more opportunity, deeper cleansing for me due to my past with them. All right, that's number one. Number two is the particular Walmart that I worked in. While I was there, I helped be a part of or be a liaison between Walmart and a company that was coming into the store for podcasting. And it's a podcast studio that at one point in my life I would like to use. It's very well designed. It is inside Walmart. You can rent it and you can create and record your podcasts from this store, literally. So that is like a double whammy on why this dream was reflecting what I should do and how it was going to lead to my destiny, to what I'm meant to do with my life. Now, I just explained how what happened in the dream and what the shirt looked like helped me make a decision to move forward towards my destiny. But let's look at some other ways that the clothing in your dream can help you decipher what it's trying to tell you about your destiny. For instance, if you're putting on clothing in your dream and it is too big, and I've had one of these dreams before, that means you're insecure about something. It is not fitting. On the other hand, it could be something that is too tight. You're trying to put on something that's too small or too tight. And that's, if you feel it, it's causing pressure in your life. Or if the clothes were perfectly designed or tailored for you, or they fit perfectly, that means that something is coming that is going to be in perfect alignment for you. And the most important thing is if you're changing clothes in your dream, that means you're about to go through a transition. If you pay attention to the small details in your dreams, especially around clothing, those things that are highlighted in the dream, they're going to unlock the overall meaning for you. And pay attention when you see clothing in your dream, shirts, pants, underwear. We've seen that a lot. Underwear in the dreams, bras, or lack of clothing. All of this is pointing to a season that you're probably about to walk out. So pay attention. Look at the color, what kind it is, and what do you feel about it in the dream. All of that will lead you to the keys that are unlocking your future. If you made it all the way through to the end of this episode, thank you so much for watching. I love talking about dreams, and I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, hit the subscribe button because this channel is only here because of you. And if you want to dive deeper into your own dreams, I have a free community for that. See the link below.